Good evening. Thank you for joining us this evening for our Village of Alsip board meeting. Today is October 1st, 2018. We'll call this meeting order at 7:37. Can you call the roll, please?
Yes. Trustee McGreal is currently not here. Trustee Dalzell?
Here.
Trustee Zielinski?
Here.
Trustee Juarez? Here. Trustee McLaughlin? Here. Trustee Murphy?
Here.
Mayor Ryan?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll start with the officer report, starting with myself. A couple things to please note. Tonight, either you saw it coming in or when you get a chance when you're leaving tonight's meeting. Chief, we've got our new ambulance parked out there?
Yeah, I think Bob's going to bring it back in a few minutes. I know it's supposed to rain and all that, so
Okay.
we can bring it out another time. It doesn't
That's fine.
matter.
Depending on the weather, you can have a chance to take a look at our new ambulance that we just got. And Mike, did I see a new dump truck out there too? Both or just the one? Just the one. Okay, the larger of the two dump trucks we just purchased are out there as well too. So please, if you have a moment, take a look at the new
I'm going to go
equipment.
for a ride. Can you get wet?
You can go, yeah, we'll take it for a ride.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just making sure I understand.
Come by anytime. We'll be more happy to give you a ride.
And again, I like the idea. Everything finally is here. We're really looking forward to that, and we can certainly look forward to how long, Chief, before we get to use it?
We're hoping to get it in service by probably the middle of next week. It's up to Illinois Department of Public Health to come out for the inspection, so we're trying to reach out to them to get a time date. Deputy Chief Rigger's been installing the radios and some of the other electronics that has to go in there. We took out of the old ambulance, and then Carl Davies, our EMS coordinator, is working on restocking it to make sure everything's in there for its inspection right now. So it'll be all ready to go as soon as IDPH gets back to us with the time. As soon as they're done, it goes in service. Everybody's been working the training and driving it, so we're pretty far ahead right now.
Okay. And Mike, again, I like how you did your new dump truck as well, too. We did something a little bit different with the lettering on the truck, simplify a little bit, and you're just utilizing the LED lights on the truck. We didn't go with any Mars lights or anything like that. Right. Okay. All right. Also, I didn't have a chance to put it in our reports, but I did get an email today from the Public Work Director, Mike Frater, regarding this week's auction, and we'll probably have a better account for what was sold. Everything was sold, Mike, that we took to auction.
Wow.
So, do you have those numbers with you at all?
I have them.
Okay, go ahead. Trustee Murphy, if you would, please.
The 1992 front-end loader cashed in at $7,100. The 2004 F450 dump truck was $9,300. The 2001 International dump truck was $9,000. The 2006 Thor travel trailer was $2,400. I got outbid on that one. The Speed Queen washer and dryers. These items varied, being sold between $100 and $200 each. The total payment is unknown at this time, and we'll have a better explanation at the next meeting or in the next few weeks from the SCM. That's what we have.
Thank you. That's the Southwest Conference of Mayors who hosted the event, so we appreciate their help with that then too. But do you feel that was sold at good market value then, Mike? Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Better than trading.
Absolutely. No, I just certainly I always I appreciate your opinion on that, but I'm glad we sold everything too. That's good to hear. We didn't bring anything back. Very good. First on your agendas this evening, I have on my report is an approval for myself, my assistant Becky Smith, and Trustee Murphy to attend the International Council of Shopping Centers Deal-Making Conference at Navy Pier on October 17th and 18th at a cost of $95 each per person. And then number 2 on the list, I had an approval of Chuck Geraci, who is our Director of Emergency Preparedness, but he's also currently a member of the Fire Pension Board. So I'm going to ask that the Chuck Geraci to serve as the mayor's appointment to the Fire Pension Board for another term, which actually it should have been appointed this previous May, but this position, he'll be there till May of 2021. And that's all I have. Clerk Petzel?
Thank you, Mayor Ryan. Under the clerk's report, approval of the August 2018 IDOT motor fuel tax allotment in the amount of $42,138.96. Presentation and approval of the September 17th, 2018 board meeting minutes. And finally, approval for myself and Erica O'Donnell to attend the municipal clerks of the south and west suburbs of Cook County dinner this week, Thursday, October 4th, for a cost not to exceed $50. That is all, Mayor Ryan.
Okay, thanks. The attorney's report, we have Joe Kinker.
No report, Mayor.
Thanks, Joe. Engineers report, Will?
Just a couple construction updates. The MFT resurfacing project is completed with exception of a few punch list items. And the Pulaski Road water main construction continues with water services and testing. So,
What's the window on the completion of that, Will? Are they a couple more weeks or a month?
Pulaski Road,
Yeah.
probably about another month.
Month or so?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going pretty well, though, so far? I know we had, Danny told me we had a couple of snags, but they're working out?
Yeah.
Okay. Public forum. Anyone from the audience wish to address the board this evening? Anything? Okay, no one? Standing committee report, Finance Committee, Trustee McGlowan.
First, I have a request for approval of a list of payroll dated September 28th, 2018, totaling $403,737.77. Next, I have a request for approval of accounts payable dated October 1st, 2018. General Fund, $108,014.28. Road and Bridge, $7,707.83. MFT, $996.09. Pulaski Road Corridor TIF, $4,067.66. Water and Sewer, $7,623.53. Heritage, $17,357.75, for a grand total all funds of $145,767.14. And that's all I have under Finance, Mayor.
All right, thank you. The Fire Committee report, Trustee McGlowan.
Under Fire, I have a request for approval of the August 2018 monthly activity report based on our National Fire Incident Reporting System. And next, I have a reminder that the Fire Department will be hosting its open house this coming Saturday from 1 until 3:30 p.m. And is that at both houses? Or?
It's at Fire Station 2 at 120th and Laramie. We've had better success with having there. Last year we hit about 550 people, so hopefully it's just successful. Weather looks like it's going to be good so far, so we're hoping for a very good turnout this year.
Very good.
And that's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. The Police Report Committee?
No report. I'm sorry. An approval for one police commander level officer to attend the Illinois Public Safety Communication Conference in Springfield, Illinois on November 5th and 6th at a cost not to exceed $200. Cost was allocated for in the annual budget. And number 2, approval of the August 2018 monthly activity report. That's all, Mayor.
All right, thank you. The Public Work and Boat Launch Report, Trustee Juarez.
No report. No report.
All right, thank you. The Building Committee Report, Trustee Zelinski.
No report this evening, Mayor.
Water and Sewer Committee, Trustee Dalzell.
The approval for Commissioner Triben to attend the Illinois Section American Water Works Association Annual Regulatory Update Conference, November 1st, 2018, in Elgin for a cost not to exceed $80. That's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. The License Committee, Trustee Juarez.
I have an approval of a list of licenses dated September 10th through the 21st, 2018. That's all, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Economic Development Committee, Trustee Murphy.
I have an approval of an ordinance of the Village of Alsip approving an agreement between the Village of Alsip and Howard Shinowski and Roberta Shinowski for the Phase 2 redevelopment of property located at 11515 through 27 South Pulaski Road, Village of Alsip, County of Cook, State of Illinois, in furtherance of the objectives of the redevelopment plan and project approved for the Pulaski Road Corridor TIF redevelopment project area. And next I have an update on facade improvements for the strip mall at 122 and Pulaski. You want to take that?
I've been in touch with Affiliated Management, which operates that shopping mall next to Pappas's Restaurant, and I think you've all seen some of the framing going up for the new facade improvements. I haven't been there today, but just was there last Thursday, and I don't know if any of the panels have gone up yet, but signage will go up on those new facades, and then LED lighting will go up underneath. The manager for the project said that all of those improvements will be finished by the end of October, which is the completion date required in the redevelopment agreement. So, any questions?
No.
Not on that, Roger, but just to clarify for the audience and those watching our video on this yet too, regarding the Shanowski property at 115th and Pulaski, this is for the second parking lot right behind the building?
Right.
Okay,
It's
just so
to
everybody understands what we're
resurface the
talking
front
about.
parking lot as well as to construct a new rear parking lot with, I think, about 30 or 30-some additional parking spaces.
So 30-some additional spots in back, and you're going to resurface the front parking lot then too as
Right.
well? Okay.
With new stops and, everything will be repainted much as it has been for the other strip centers that we've also approved parking improvement plans for, too.
And this is the actual, Attorney Kankar, this is actually the redevelopment agreement here? Do we do a
Yes.
redevelopment agreement
Yeah,
yet?
no, it's attached to the ordinance.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
it's a part of your packet.
Okay. Very good. I just want to, again, not everybody always understands what the name and address is for, but that's what we're doing.
If anyone has questions, Howie's here, and then his new tenant, Anna Marie DeLeo, is here with Rocky's Place, too.
And again, with this parking lot, this is not being routed through any village alleys. This has an
No,
an
all
ingress
gonna-
and egress on the same spot,
onto 115th Place, yes.
onto the side street, 115th Place.
Right.
Okay. Is that going to be lit up at all too, Howard? You got lights on that too?
Yeah,
Okay.
places from now on morning and then any lights in there. Any
Yeah.
lights facing the buildings are going to start.
Very good. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
How much was the additional on this? Because we had the original RDA, which didn't include the parking lot. And I know the parking lot was discussed, but how much additional is the village putting in with comparison to the owners?
What is our split on that?
It's 50/50 or $80,000 max.
We stated the 80 that we originally appropriated.
For the entire RDA or in addition?
Well, this redevelopment agreement only concerns the
Parking.
parking. The other one was, I don't know how that was
Parking lot
split. Off
improvements
the
and
top of my head.
facades and...
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one was the roof, the re-roofing of the property.
Right.
And new flashings around it. I think we paid out about $82,000 for that out of a project cost of $131,000 or $133,000.
But this is actually 50/50 on what
This
we're
is
talking about now.
50/50, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, thanks, Roger. The Plan and Zoning Committee report, Trustee Zelinski.
Yes, I have an approval for an ordinance of the Village of Alsip granting a variation to Article 10, Business District, B1, Section 105, height limitations of the zoning ordinance, and to Chapter 3, Advertising, Article 2, Signs, Section 30-27, Prohibited Signs, and Section 3-30, Location of Signs in Zoning Districts of the Municipal Code of the Village of Alsip for the property located at or near 4501 West 127th Street, Alsip, Illinois. Also, I have an approval of an ordinance of the Village of Alsip rezoning the property located at 11525 South Pulaski from B1 Business District to B3 Business District. And last, an approval for an ordinance of the Village of Alsip granting a special use permit authorizing the repair and storage of trucks and trailers for the property located at 5730 West 120th Street, Alsip, Illinois. And that's all I have this evening.
Ms. DeLeo, I just want to make sure, do we have the right address here for Rocky's Place? Is it 11525?
Yes,
It is. Okay, I just want to make sure we're accurate on that. All right, thank you, trustee. Special committee reports. Village Properties, trustee McGlowan.
No report this evening, Mayor.
Insurance committee, committee.
It's either trustee
Trustee
Murphy
Murphy
or
or
McGlowan.
No report.
Okay. Ordinance and Legislation Committee, trustee Murphy.
Have an approval of an ordinance of the Village of Alsip amending Chapter 22, Constructions of Utility Facilities in the Rights-of-Way of the Alsip Municipal Code, Small Wireless Facilities. And number 2, we have approval of an ordinance authorizing disposal by public auction or sale of personal property owned by the Village of Alsip at the Southwest Conference of Mayors Auction. Items for sale include 8 coin-operated washing machines approximately 6 years old, 8 double-stacked coin-operated dryers approximately 6 years old, 1 1992 VME front-end loader, 1 2004 Ford F450 dump truck, 1 2001 Freightliner 4900 series dump truck, and 1 2007 Thor RV camper. Didn't we talk about this? And that's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. IT Committee, trustee Dalzell.
No report, Mayor.
Human Resource Committee, committee.
No report tonight.
Okay.
Health and Pollution, trustee Murphy.
No report.
And Traffic Safety, trustee Dalzell.
No report, Mayor.
Trustees, do you have any presentations, petitions, or communications you wish to share this evening?
I have one thing, Mayor. This past weekend, just a quick shout out to Clerk Petzel and Becky Smith. Took out on their own time this past Saturday, went out and planted all the mums around all the village signs. So those, I understand, are going to be continually watered, and so if you guys are out and about, take a look at them, see their hard work. So thank you very much for doing that.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. I also,
Thank you for mentioning rain, so we don't have to worry about the flowers getting watered.
Just came down.
Appreciate
Yep.
it.
I know there was some confusion on that. Do we actually have 4 signs or 5 signs?
4.
We have 4? Was there 5 at one time? Okay.
one got took out, we haven't been replaced yet, that's all.
Okay.
Traffic accident or something like that, so. I also wanted to share, we had an email today from the police chief as an acknowledgement for Halloween hours. This year it will be from 3:30 in the afternoon until 7:30 at night. So 3:30 to 7:30 for the trick-or-treaters. Trustees, you wish to remove any items from the consent agenda?
Mayor, I'd like to remove item L.
L? All right, anyone else?
I remove item B.
V?
B is in boy.
E is in boy. Okay. Anybody else? All right, then can I get a motion to establish a consent agenda?
So moved.
A second, please.
Second.
Roll call number 1 to establish the consent agenda. Again, item number B like boy and L like Larry have been removed. Trustee McGreal is absent. Trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Zelinski.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez.
Yes.
Trustee McLaughlin.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Motion carries to establish.
Motion to approve the consent agenda is presented.
Second.
Oh, you guys are really quick today. Roll call number 2 to approve the consent agenda as presented, filling in some miscellaneous items. Letter F, approval of a list of payroll dated September 28th, 2018, totaling $403,737.77. Letter G, approval of a list of accounts payable dated October 1st, 2018, totaling $145,767.14. Letter K will now be known as ordinance number 2018-10-1. Letter M, like Mary, will be now known as ordinance number 2018-10-2. Letter N, as in Nancy, will now be known as ordinance number 2018-10-3. Letter O, as in Orange, will now be known as ordinance number 2018-10-4. And finally, P as in Paul, will now be known as ordinance number 2018-10-5. Again, roll call number 2 to approve the consent agenda. Trustee McGreal is absent. Trustee Delzell.
Yes.
Trustee Zelinski.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez.
Yes.
Trustee McLaughlin.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Motion carries to approve.
Very good. We'll go back to a couple items that were removed. Item B was the approval for myself, my assistant Becky Smith, and Trustee Murphy to attend the International Council of Shopping Centers Deal-Making Conference at Navy Pier, October 17th and 18th, at a cost of $95 per person. Trustee Zelinski, you have a question?
This would be under like an economic development type thing?
Yes.
I just found it irregular. I mean, I can understand you going, I just don't understand why the additional people have to go.
I believe, well, first off, as far as my assistant goes, she's actually our point of contact here for economic development in the village. I wanted to get her a little more antiquated to that, and I thought for a cost that, for the $95, I thought that was reasonable to have her attend the conference. More importantly is to have her familiar with the process of who we're trying to approach. We're going to get real aggressive and go down there with footprints, as I did last year, and try and market our village. I was down there last year. Seriously, there was a few hundred businesses down there, and you're actually in competition with a lot of other communities. There's like Wheaton, Oak Lawn, Midlothian. They've all got booths down there trying to promote their town. We're not taking ours to that extent, but we're going to approach all these businesses to promote our property as well then, too. So while I'm talking to one person, you can actually cover more ground down there then, too. It's a difficult thing to do when you're trying to meet this many different people, but you've got everybody, all these retail businesses, you've got food, clothing, you name it, workout facilities, all that kind of stuff. And I want to take every piece of property in this village with a footprint and go down and market that. So that's my intent. And as far as Trustee Murphy, I'll let you speak for yourself, Trustee, with your intent. But you're in economic development now, but
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to do it.
Actually, sales is kind of a thing of what I do in my business, being a chef, manager, and of a restaurant, and for the largest food service corporation. I thought this would be a great experience, and to piggyback on what Mayor Ryan said, to be down there and actually sell the village and get some of these storefronts filled just means dollars for the taxpayers.
Is the Mannheim Group going to be involved with this?
They are down there too, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Last year, it was my first trip. I had just, it was my first trip going down there, and now I'm familiar with the process and everything too. I know real well how this works and stuff, and you got to get real aggressive with these guys. But that's our intent this year, is to get very aggressive with our footprints. Okay. So I need a motion and a second, please, to work on to approve this.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Roll call number 3 to approve letter B as in boy, approval for Mayor Ryan, Mayor's Assistant Becky Smith, and Trustee Murphy attend the International Council of Shopping Centers Deal-Making Conference at Navy Pier on October 17th and 18th at a cost of $95 each per person. Trustee McGreal is absent. Trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Zelinski.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez.
Yes.
Trustee McLaughlin.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Very good, thank you. And then we'll go to letter L. This was the approval of an ordinance of the Village of Alsip granting a variation to Article 10, Business District, B1, Section 105, height limitations of the zoning ordinance, and to Chapter 3, advertising, Article 2, signs, Section 30 through 27, prohibited signs, and Section 3 through 30, location of signs in zoning districts of the municipal code of the Village of Alsip for the property located at or near 4501 West 127th Street, Alsip, Illinois. Trustee McLaughlin, you have a question on that?
No, Mayor, I just would like a separate vote on this one. Personally, I hate LED signs. I find them to be very distracting to drivers, and especially an oversized sign. So I just want to vote separately on this one.
Just again, it's going to be on the,
Well, it's on the tollway where people are
Yes,
going
it's
70
on the
miles
rear
an
of the
hour.
property.
It's even worse.
But more crashes.
Oh, 60 legally.
One thing, trustees, I was kind of doing this at the 11th hour, and some of the representatives are here this evening as well, too. Mr. Martin, Joe, can you come up, please? One thing I wanted to kind of bring to your attention, too, and just so nobody's getting blindsided later on, but I was reading up on this a lot today. I mean, everything looks great on the surface, and most importantly is we can't supersede anything by IDOT, so everything that you do, Mr. Martin, is everything IDOT compliant?
Yes, it is, sir.
Okay, because the attorney confirmed for me as well, too. I was concerned about height of the sign, and Mr. Kankar explained to me that while you're at 50 feet tall, they say 30 feet, but that's irrelevant to only the sign itself, not the base it's sitting on, correct? Joe, am I reading that right?
They don't take into account the support structure, correct? So
Okay. So you're good with that. You were 50 feet overall, from the ground up and so forth. I think the thing that really, and I'm going to do this for all businesses, because we got a few LED signs in town, and relevant to what Trustee McLaughlin's talking about. I just don't want to have anybody think you're a blindsided or anything like that. I did a lot of reading this afternoon on illumination, and really, I do want to take a look at that, and I'm going to ask the trustees to come back. We're going to have some more discussions on where the looms, where we think they should be toned in at. In other words, it's nice to have a discussion to say, hey, I can turn those lights down a little bit, but we don't have anything definitive, and I don't want the church or anyone else for that matter to think that we're taking exception with one business. This blankets everybody. I want to take a good close look at the looms, because many of the trustees have expressed concern over sometimes distracted drivers, where something lights it up so bad that all of a sudden you turn your head, that kind of thing, and we can't have that. We got to be a responsible town, and I just want to let you know up front that I'm not pulling a shot later on. But we haven't done a lot of these in the past, but they're becoming more and more popular, and we have to have, in our current code, we don't address that, but we will, that kind of thing then too. So.
And one thing I want to take in consideration, we definitely are not trying to make this place look like Vegas, and that's one thing we talked about with the illumination. That's very important to your point in being a distraction, and having that automatic dimmer in place where he has control of it, or it can automatically dim itself. There's not a lot of flashy things going on that's going to distract people, and that's one thing we did when we did our research, is to make sure that driving at that speed is also giving people time enough to read it, but also it's not being a distraction.
That's fine. And one other thing too, as far as, and I appreciate Trustee Zelinski went out last week and took a look at the actual location. Are we 500 feet from any other structure?
Yes.
We are, because that was my big thing is, we have somebody just to the west of you that wants to, we're trying to help them promote their property and get rid of it. Now, I shouldn't say we had a meeting with them, and I'm hoping he does well on this thing, but they are trying to plan for a project just west of you right there, but certainly we can't have that sign encroach that property, but according to the IDOT rules that I read today, you got to be at least 500 feet from anything else, so you're 500 feet from that property line.
Yes, sir.
Okay. As long as you're IDOT compliant, and like I said, I don't want to pull a shot later or think you have you folks think that I was with an ordinance, but I'm going to discuss this with the board to actually come up with a reasonable illumination based on what the state's looking at, or maybe even some conservative views. We're going to find some middle ground there then, too. But just so, as you said, Mr. Martin, we're not overlighting the whole thing then, too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you too. Any other questions,
So are we
trustees?
just tabling this until,
Pardon?
are we just tabling this until we get?
No, because we're actually approving the variance to the sign that's going on there, but we can do the ordinance later on then, too.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would need a motion and a second, please, to move forward with this.
A motion.
Second.
Yes, please. Business.
Roll call number 4 to approve letter L as in Larry, approval of an ordinance of the Village of Alsip granting a variation to Article 10, Business District B1, Section 105, height limitations of the zoning ordinance, and to Chapter 3, advertising, Article 2, signs, Section 30-27, prohibited signs, and Section 3-30, location of signs in zoning districts of the Municipal Code of the Village of Alsip for the property located at or near 4501 West 127th Street, Alsip, Illinois. Trustee McGreal is absent. Trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Zelinski.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez.
No.
Trustee McLaughlin.
No.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
And I will vote yes on that as well.
Motion carries. This will now be known as ordinance number 2018-10-6.
All right, very good. Trustees, any unfinished business?
Mayor, I just would like to mention a couple of things. There is a gubernatorial election coming up on November 6th. Once again, the Village Hall will be hosting early voting. That begins on Monday, October 22nd, and runs through Monday, November 5th. The hours will be posted. You can still register to vote for this election at Worth Township, and you can also cast your do voting online as well. And then lastly, I did just want to ask the board to make sure that you are reading through the draft agenda that is issued on Thursdays. For accuracy, please get back to Erica O'Donnell as early as possible on Friday. You are responsible for making sure that your submittals from your departments match, i.e. something is called out as a resolution and possibly is being submitted as an ordinance, et cetera. So if you could please do your due diligence on Thursday evening, Friday morning, and get back to her in a timely manner, I would appreciate it. That is all, Mayor Ryan.
Okay. One thing I want to just let everybody know, too, I'm actually working with our building commissioner, although he's somewhat incapacitated. He's working from the house. We are working on a solution to the paving that's been in question over at Yaffo's parking lot over on Cicero. Working on that right now, as well as Carrier 1 on the corner of the old McAllister property, that they may not need the very far parking lot out in the back. May not need that at all. So we're talking right now about possibly landscaping going in there and establishing a barrier so that trucks cannot access that space as well then, too. So just so everybody knows, we're not letting them skirt any of our compliance as far as building code's concerned, but we're going to maybe do something different with it. They actually offered to even have like a retention area there for water, but we don't know that there's actually enough. That could cost more than just landscaping something like this, and we don't know if there's a call for that just yet. So originally you had like a hotel and so forth going in there, like we talked about years ago. There would have been more of a call for that because there would have been more retention from a hotel and whatnot then, too. But we're actually working on some differences. We want to get them their actually, we held up their business license because of some compliance issues, and the building commissioner feels they're almost there, and we'll be moving forward to establish a parameter so that we can address that correctly and stuff then, too. Okay? Any new business?
Motion to adjourn?
Yeah, motion to adjourn. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We'll adjourn this then at 8:12. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you for coming.